Hello Internet, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we've got a very special topic on the table, okay? This is a topic that I hold near and dear to my heart because I feel like I've gotten kind of good at it over the past couple of years, and by making this video I'm hoping that I can kind of help the masses and not just help myself for once, okay? So hear me out. What we're going to be talking about today is approaching new sponsors. Now what I mean by approaching new sponsors is when you feel the need to reach out to a company or to a shop or something that's bigger than you in order to help you reach the goal it is that you are trying to obtain. Now whether that's building your car for a show, or maybe you're a driver and you're starting to get into a new sport and you would like their support on it, or maybe you're trying to reach a competition level of racing and you just want to integrate them into your program, or maybe you're looking to integrate their product into your content in order for you to continue making content and get some help on that end, if you know what I'm saying. The point that I'm getting at is that you're trying to establish a relationship with this company so that you guys can continue working together in the future. Now whether that's them giving you a discount or them giving you free product, or maybe they're even paying you to promote their product, it really depends on the situation, but that is what I am here to help you guys with today. Now I get questions about this kind of thing a lot. Sometimes it's from people that are new into the sport of drifting and they're just kind of wondering how they can gain company support so that they can continue drifting for a lower cost because drifting is very expensive. Or sometimes people reach out to me because they see that I gained a lot of sponsors in a very short period of time and that I'm constantly plugging my sponsors into my videos as much as I possibly can. Or sometimes the situation is that some people see that I'm sponsored by a certain company that they would like to work with and they want to know how I went about getting my sponsorship with that company so that they can get the same result. Now I've made a video on this topic before, but I'm just going to say this once to keep it brief. Do not reach out to companies for sponsorships if you're just going to take advantage of them and screw them over. You're ruining it for the rest of us. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, we can finally get back to the video, okay? I promise you guys I'm going to be getting the computer in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to kind of get this part out of the way first so that we're all on the same page here, alright? Now, when I'm approaching new sponsors, the one thing that I am most concerned about is how I come off to them, how I present myself, because I want to come off as professional as possible and as valuable as I possibly can, okay? Now, when I go to send an email, now notice I said email, okay? I did not say direct message. You do not send companies direct messages when you want to reach out to them for a sponsorship. Stop doing that. You will end up on Are You Sponsored and I will laugh at you. Now, to keep this brief, usually when I start sending them an email, I will start off with an introduction. I just want them to know who I am, what I do, and who it is that they're about to work with. I give them a little bit of a brief introduction on myself. Then I'll follow up with why I feel like their product or their brand would be a good fit with my program, because I want to get straight to the point, right? I don't want them to have to read this whole lengthy email of why they should give me a sponsorship. That's what our sponsorship deck is for, and we will get to that in just a minute. Now, I'll tell you guys a little bit of a secret of something that I do. If I already use their products, I like to kind of paint the picture a little bit, and I like to show them that I'm already supporting their company even without their help, and this is kind of what they could expect from me in my program. And since their products are already on my car, it's kind of like a win-win, but regardless, it helps paint the vision of them in my program as a whole. Then I like to follow up with what I can do for their business, just keeping this brief so it doesn't turn into a 2-hour-long video. Then sometimes I like to close my email with my personal contact information. Sometimes I'll leave my phone number, my social media handles, just so they can feel free to give me a phone call to open up a conversation, check out my social media, because they are going to be working with me on a more personal level but still in a professional manner. So they're still going to need my phone number at the end of the day anyway, and they're going to be looking at my social media at the end of the day as well. So I'd rather welcome that to them right off the bat so that they have a chance to really dig deep if they really want to, so that they can see exactly who it is that they're going to work with. And as my final punctuation mark to my email, I like to attach my sponsorship deck, which is what we're going to be getting into in just a second. So think of your email as welcoming somebody into your foyer, okay? So the first time that somebody ever comes over to your house, you're going to greet them at the door, welcome them inside, and everything's going to look nice and beautiful, and they can smell the slightest hint of chocolate chip cookies that just came out of the oven, okay? That's what we want this email to look like, okay? We want this email to be welcoming and make them want to come inside. Now, the sponsorship deck, on the other hand, is when we walk them into the kitchen and we have freshly cooled chocolate chip cookies that just came out of the oven 30 minutes ago and are ready to be eaten. If they would like to take one, feel free. Okay, so I just realized what time it is. My day went by super fast. It's already like 11:30 at night. So I'm gonna come back to my sponsorship deck with a fresh set of eyes because I do not want to do this while I'm tired because it's very important. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright you guys, as promised, it's first thing in the morning, so I'm going to get straight to the sponsorship deck. I actually got started a little tiny bit, but it's okay, you didn't miss a lot. Alright, here we go. I wanted to give you guys your first look at my 2019 sponsorship deck. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really like to use a slideshow format because I just honestly find it easier to read, because then it allows me to use pictures and just kind of break down the information in bullet points and really paint an entire picture for somebody rather than them just reading the information and kind of getting lost amongst the words, if you will. So that's how I've been making my sponsorship decks for the past 2 years or so, which is how long I've been trying to acquire sponsorships, and it's been working. So I'm just gonna stick with this, but this is my 2019 sponsorship deck, so I'm gonna show this to you guys really quick because I want you to get kind of an idea of what it is that I'm talking about. So I wanted to start off with a picture of me inside my car at the track with my helmet on, just because I felt like it was a really good opening photo for them to really get the whole picture and see the whole image it is that they're going to be working with, kind of get an idea and get their imagination jogging. Then moving on to the second page, I have a bunch of pictures of my car because I want them to know the car it is that they're working with and not just the driver, because the car is important as well because their parts are going to be going on the car. So then I basically have my parts list kind of down the middle. Like I said, this is my 2019 sponsorship proposal. This is the first time I ever made a deck, and I just kind of wanted to give them a breakdown of my car. So moving on to the third page, I have the driver. I wanted to kind of paint the overall picture first, then show them the car because that's where their parts are going to be going. But then I also want them to know who it is that they're working with. And so I have a really short description on my stunt driving side. You guys can obviously read that if you want. And then I have a very short description of my drifting side as well. And then 2 pictures. Then on the 4th page, I kind of have a highlight of my stunt driving career as it was in 2019. And, you know, just some of the more impactful movies that I've worked on. So then on the right-hand side of this page, I have my media. This is what I'm going to guess most people are going to lean towards for a page like this or a breakdown of this section. I basically just told them what they can expect from me. And then I wanted to include my media benefits as well so that they know exactly what they're getting out of me and not just what I'm doing on my own. So lastly, I wanted to break it down on the last page and just reiterate one more time with a picture of my car, kind of as my punctuation mark at the end of the sentence. And I wanted to show them the benefits that they're going to have of working with me. Personally, I've been a photographer for the past 8 years, and I know that that's something that companies can benefit from because I can provide professional looking photographs to them for their website, their social media, whatever it is. And then I also wanted to include how many Instagram followers I had, how many YouTube followers I had, again, just to reiterate. Wow, I only had 16,000 followers and 4,500 subscribers. This was literally like not even an entire year ago that I wrote this sponsorship deck. This was definitely after the summer of 2019, so we're literally just over a year here. But anyway, let me get back to this. Okay, and then finally on this last page, I included another photo of me with my car just to kind of really wrap it up, paint the picture one more time. I promise that photo looks so much better on the actual sponsorship proposal than it does on camera. The camera just does not want to pick up what the computer is putting down. But I basically just put a contact page, like a contact for partnerships, and I put my personal information on the top right, which I'm obviously going to blur out for YouTube. And then I made sure to include my social media handles below. This needs to be updated, okay? Obviously. Now, this is not the most professional sponsorship deck that you will ever see, but this is mine, okay? Obviously, my background is black. I use white lettering. I have a lot of blue lettering in here. I've got a bunch of pictures in here. Like, it's not the most typical sponsorship deck that you'll ever see, but that's what sponsorship decks are about, in my opinion. You need to be able to make yourself stand out from all of the other sponsorship proposals that they get on a weekly basis. How are you gonna stand out in comparison to all the other drivers and all the other people that are building their cars that want to get a sponsorship from these people? You need to make yourself stand out. So I tried to put a lot of pictures in my sponsorship deck to just, again, paint the picture over and over and over again to give these guys a really good idea of what exactly it is that they're going to be getting and who exactly it is that they're going to be working with. So that's just my 2 cents. I obviously have a lot of updating to do here. I need to add an entire slide for my demo car at minimum. And I'm just going to go through, update all of my pictures, update all of the information that I need to update, and kind of just go from there and then start attaching it in emails. Okay, so at this point I am done with my 2020 sponsorship deck, and I am ready to attach this to the end of an email that I've already written out that I'm going to send to a company literally right now, and see if I can get a wheel sponsorship. That is my next sponsorship that I really need, because your girl has some cheaply made XXRs that are not doing my car any justice. But yeah, I can't believe I did that fast. Honestly, I just went in and updated everything that I told you guys I was going to update. I added that extra slide and exported it as a PDF. Alright, and send. Hopefully this video is able to help you guys in some way, shape, or form. If you have any questions ever, if there's something that you think that I could possibly help you with, feel free to direct message me, tweet me on Twitter, or send me an email, whatever it is that you want to do. I am here for you guys just like you guys are here for me. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps. And if you think this video could be helpful to somebody else, do yourself a favor and do them a favor. Copy the link above and send it to them so that they get this information and we're not just keeping all of this to ourselves, okay? Sharing is caring. So with all that and this, that, and the fourth being said, I will see you guys very soon. Bye!